Welcome to another render update. So let's start on the daily chart first, and right now I believe we are still in a 1-2 setup. So this 1-2 setup, and this is only the 1-2 setup of the third wave right here, and this third wave right here will only be the third wave of the main third wave, which I don't think has ended yet. Now, of course, maybe the third wave is already in, and maybe we ended the fourth wave right here, but I do not believe that, and I believe there's a strong possibility that we are still in the main third wave move to the upside. Now, to confirm that we are still in a third wave move, I do not want to see a move below $3.42 because that would invalidate the 1-2 setup that I have on the chart. So as long as we stay above $3.43, I will remain, well, more bullish. If this is a third wave and this is a fourth wave, it would still be okay because we'll still get a fifth wave, but it would not be as strong as a wave compared to the third wave move up. So that's why I think the third wave is still not over. Right now, I'm still looking for a third wave of this third wave move to the upside right here. And that third wave needs to go up in 5 waves, and it needs to get in this region right here between $19, well, let's say $20 and $30. And I don't have it on the chart, but like I said, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup that I'm expecting on the chart. Now, obviously, if I'm expecting it, that does not mean that we will get it, you know. I'm just following a wave count. And it might be wrong, it might be right. I mean, right now I believe it is right because if you watched my previous videos like a few months ago, I said that if we get below this low right here of $3.33, we will invalidate the 1-2 setup. And we did not do that. We almost got there, but as you can see, we did not invalidate it. We were like, let's say 10 cents away from invalidating the structure. And obviously the chart is not looking too good right now, and it does look like we will get another low, which will invalidate the 1-2 setup on the chart. And honestly, I don't think that's bearish, because this would only be the fourth wave move to the downside, and we will most likely get to at least like $30 in the fifth wave move. So either way, things are looking fine right now, and this chart is looking very, very strong. Now, of course, it cannot go up another 50x from here. It's already at $5, and the bear market low is at about 27 cents, so it already went up quite a lot. It already had its massive pump, unlike many other altcoins. I mean, Render has only gone up in the past 2 years. And another thing that I find interesting is the fact that Render is pretty much copying Bitcoin, but it's looking even more bullish than Bitcoin. Take a look at the Render chart for a second, and then look at the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, they look kind of similar. I mean, I believe they bottomed during the same time. So Bitcoin bottomed on November 21st, let's say, and Render actually bottomed 2 months earlier, and then it still got another low right here when Bitcoin was going down. So this does not really copy the other altcoins, and Render is just doing its own thing. It's kind of looking like the Solana chart, in my opinion, this right here. But it's looking even better than this, because Solana did not get to its previous all-time high, but Render actually did get a new all-time high. So this is very, very good. And I still believe Render has a long way to go. Now let's go on the monthly chart. As you can see, I mean, we have been going down for the past 6 months, and yeah, this is because Bitcoin was doing a similar thing. Now I'm expecting Bitcoin to start pumping in October, because October is usually one of the best months for Bitcoin, and I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to top by the end of this month, so September. And I'm expecting it to get another huge pump and maybe get to the overbought territory on the RSI, and then we go down, and that's when an altcoin season happens. Now you have to be careful, because I'm not sure if Render will actually go up that much when Bitcoin dominance will go down, because Render is copying what Bitcoin is doing. So maybe Render will not go up as much as the other altcoins in the altcoin season, because Render already had its altcoin season, you know? So be aware of that. But also, the monthly RSI on the Render chart is currently at 52, so we could get like another 5 to 10x, and only then we would be overbought. So that's a good sign. Now we are still below the yellow line on the RSI, and we have been below it since June, so to confirm that this low right here is actually in, I kind of need a break above this high right here of $13.67, and obviously from this low right here we would need to go up like 300%, which is a lock, but do not forget from the bear market low to the high right here it went up like 5,000%, so that's also something that you need to keep in mind. Now do not forget, Render went up in 5 waves in the previous cycle to form a first wave move to the upside. Then it formed an ABC structure in the bear market to form a second wave move down, and now it's in a third wave move to the upside, so this right here, and I believe we are still in the third wave of the main third wave right here, and that's why Render is going up so much. Now of course there are many other altcoins that are currently in a similar setup, but for some reason Render started going up earlier than most of the other altcoins, so I don't know why it did it. I have no idea. I guess it's just because it's one of these coins that will most likely go up 100 to 300x from the bear market low in the bull market. I mean, this always happens in a crypto bull market. There's always that one coin that just continues going up forever, and then it starts dropping when Bitcoin starts dropping. Now, I want to look at the Bitcoin chart for a second because, I was comparing it to the Render chart, and right now I see Bitcoin getting another low in the fourth wave move down right here, and this would be the fourth wave of the main third wave right here. And obviously we do not need to do that. I mean, we could go sideways for another month and that would be good, but if we do get another low, it will most likely mean that Render will get another low right here as well, and that will invalidate the 1-2 setup on the chart, which means, like I said, that we will only get a fifth wave move to the upside to end the cycle. But if Bitcoin goes sideways for another month, then it will most likely start pumping in October, because that's a good month, and I see it go to like 90 to maybe 100k by the end of the year to finish the main third wave move to the upside. Then after that, we'll get a fourth wave move down, and then a fifth wave move up, and this fifth wave move up, I mean, it could take a very long time, but I see the fifth wave move up and in like October of 2025, and by then we should be at least the 2.618 level right here, which is at 190k, but we could get to like 255k, which is the 3.618 level, and even the 4.618 level at 321k. Now I know this video is not about Bitcoin, but I believe Bitcoin is very important right now because if Render keeps copying what Bitcoin is doing, then it will most likely copy Bitcoin until the end of the cycle, which means that if we want Render to go up, we need Bitcoin to go up as well. And remember, I said that Bitcoin dominance is close to topping, and I believe it will top at like 60% in this month, or maybe next month. Well, what does that mean? What happens after we top on the Bitcoin dominance chart? Does that mean that Bitcoin will start dropping? No, absolutely not. To get an altcoin season, we actually need Bitcoin to go up as well. And, most altcoins will follow Bitcoin when it goes up. An altcoin season only happens when altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin. And in order for altcoins to be able to outperform Bitcoin, they need Bitcoin to go up first, and then they can follow and they can start outperforming. So if Bitcoin continues going sideways for another 5 months, then the Bitcoin dominance chart will continue going up, because when Bitcoin goes sideways, that's when altcoins go down and they bleed against it. So where do I see Render topping in the cycle? Well, I could see it get to, like I said, $40 to $50. But in a more bullish scenario, it could even get to like $100, because I believe the market cap of Render is not that high. So from where it's at right now, it could do another 20x in my opinion. It is possible, but that would put the monthly RSI at like, let's say, maybe even close to 100 if we do get to these levels. But still, I mean, we have seen it happen in the previous cycles. So, anything is possible. And that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you want access to our charts, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.